Good morning and good luck, and welcome back to Good Luck with Gino. I'm your host, Gino. And guys, we've got a treat for you today. Now, I know leading up to this, it's been the one-man band, okay? I'm a one-man podcast, right? But it's time to start bringing some guests on. And, we wanted to kind of start it off on the peak. It's all downhill from here. We've got my good friend, Guapdad 4000, a.k.a. Guap, a.k.a. the Ferragamo Falcon, maybe some other nicknames you want to roll off here?
Shia LaBeouf Down is a favorite.
Sure. Hermes Him.
Yeah. Yeah. Alexander Wang Washington.
Yeah. Is that right?
Yes.
So Guap here is maybe the only person as, how do I put this, funny as me in music, icy, just effortlessly good looking. And that's kind of part of the brand.
Yeah.
Just being handsome.
Yeah. It's kind of been my thing. I'm more kind of adapting it now more than ever. I feel like especially the older I got, the more handsome I became.
We age like a fine wine, right? We kind of just get better. Not everybody, unfortunately.
No. No, there's some malt liquors out there.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm like a Scotch. I'm like a Macallan.
I am Hennessy Imperial Paradise XO on the top shelf in the mahogany box.
Right. Do you think as an artist, is it a crux being like not ugly as a rapper? I feel like there's a lot of ugly rappers that are like, you know what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
I feel like honestly being handsome set me back a little bit in my career.
Right.
If I was uglier, people would probably have taken me a little bit more serious in the outlandish things that I said, which was clearly my life. But at the time, how my rollout was, I was coming out so crazy. My first video, I was getting head from two girls moonwalking downtown L.A.
That's true.
It's still on YouTube.
It's still there. That's a real video.
Drake posted this.
Yeah.
Like, this was crazy. It was so unbelievable. And I had too much power.
I would argue we have it the hardest being good looking. It's really...
In music especially.
It is a setback.
Yeah.
For sure.
Pretty privilege has is more of a curse than it is a blessing. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you that. Being attractive has ruined my life in certain months. Just haven't been able to get anything done. I'm already prone to distraction, ADHD. The mental deficiencies that come with that and the problems in mental health that come with that only warrant the use of more vices for somebody who grew up in toxic environments like me, where that was the only outlet. And usually I can activate all of those vices via being attractive. I can get everything for free, and especially when it comes to dealing with the opposite sex, they usually want to get it for me.
And you got to kind of claw them off.
Yeah.
Because you obviously are like someone that's funny, and your character is kind of what separates you from other artists who can rap well. Because you can rap like a motherfucker. And I think what's unfortunate today about music is that's not enough anymore. And we come from the era where like you had to be able to rap to be taken serious in music.
It was like the only prerequisite.
I know. And now it's kind of like no one gives a fuck if that's all you can do. And it's almost better if you can't rap super well to go viral and to right. So being able to rap very well, do you think like it was that got you to be taken serious, or did it kind of have to be these like, I know you went viral a few times.
Yeah. I think it was a combination of such, but my problem was I rapped too well, and that's all I wanted to do was come up with crazy shit, invent pockets, and discover. I felt like I was paving the way, especially because when I first started rapping, it was so heavy and telling the tales of scam and identity theft and building out that genre as literally one of the first mainstream faces. I just felt like such a pioneer, but it led me into, I mean, I call it just creative masturbation. That's essentially what it is. Just like, I know I'm this good. Look how I'm this good. Like when SoundCloud producers had their era and then beats became like, it was like almost dubstep.
Yeah. It's like, you're doing a little too much.
We get it. We get it. It's like that. It was like that for rap. You know, it was too much, too soon. Too much, too soon.
Yeah, it's the biggest challenge. Like, you know, when I vocal produce, like in pop music, when I write for like singers and I vocal produce them, people who can sing super well, like, you know, you have to, I had to keep telling them, like, yo, you got to stop singing so good. Yeah. Like, you're over singing on the record.
All them runs.
Yeah, like, stop doing all those fucking runs. You know what I'm saying?
All them runs.
Like, just, and it is, I think creative masturbation is the perfect way to put it, because, you know, even as a songwriter or as a producer, you want to just show off all the great things that you can do.
Yeah, and you know what you're doing too? What I had to realize what I was doing in that instance, I was, it's almost like false peacocking, you know, like I'm filling in the insecurity to write whatever is necessary with obvious talent that so it just make me feel better. So like, you get lost in trying to be more intricate or more talented in that moment when you need to just be more precise.
Yeah.
And that's something that tore me up for a while. I didn't know that.
And what would that be, like, your advice to upcoming rappers? Yes. Or really, I don't even think upcoming rappers. I mean, just to rappers in general.
Just rappers in general, especially like at any tier. I think music is shifting to back where people need to make songs. Like, if you're not from, I mean, you're kind of the exception because you are from Detroit. But if you're not one of them who like base they whole subgenre of rap now at that tempo on certain beats to be generally hookless, you need to be writing songs as a rapper. Even Lil Durk need hooks now.
Long ago are the days where, like, you remember when like The Game dropped like what was it called, 800 bars or some shit, and he just rapped for like 25 minutes, and everybody was like, "This shit is great," and nobody's listening to that no more.
Like, and they are, but just not together.
Yeah,
like niggas is list. That's what I'm saying though. People are paying attention more. The feel for real music is back, and I feel like the old heads feel it down to the younger generation. The TikTok songs that my little sister listened to are so dated, so like beyond her generation now, and I'm like, man, that's real songs.
Yeah. Well, that's why catalog is the most profitable business in music right now. That's why all these labels are buying catalog records, because all the new shit people are listening to for like a week. But all these old catalog joints that are like from the 80s and the 90s that are like just great music and great records, Gen Z's, have you heard Staying Alive by the Bee Gees? Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, all these records that have like, those are going to be played forever and ever and ever. And I agree, like, we need to get back to like, you know, rap, especially with rap. It's like, man, like, there's a reason that people like Drake are winning, and certain people are just underground and will be there forever.
Right.
You know?
Like, I truly believe, like, even though he is who he is, I want NBA YoungBoy to sit down and, like, not focus on talking shit and just try to write, like, the 5 best songs NBA YoungBoy could do. And I bet a lot of the blackballing that he feels that is happening with him, he will receive the opposite, because the song is translating past like this cult following that just will consume everything.
Yeah.
Like, it's shit like that I feel like is pivotal. And I don't know if people are considering this, and I don't know this man, so I can't speak like he not trying to do that, and I'm not really checking for the new shit to really know.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, if he really did it, I feel like we would have heard about it, or the shit would pop up. Like, it's a lot of people people just want real songs from. The bigger artists, people just want real. And you know who I like to use as a personal example? Thundercat. He's the homie. We went on tour together. He did an album And this album was his letter to himself, an ex, dealing with the death of Mac Miller and all these people in his life. We went on that tour, and I got to really take in how personal and how true this music was. Everything was authentic. He even got a song about just wanting to be a cat. He won a Grammy off of that, and also went viral from like 3 songs on this album on TikTok.
About wanting to be a cat.
And like 2 other songs. It wasn't even that one song. Like multiple songs on this project had moments on the internet.
He should have been at the Met Gala.
He should have. I don't.
As a cat.
I don't think the cat don't give a fuck about the Met Gala. He don't give a fuck about the Met Gala. He at home watching Ronin Warriors, the original 90s or 80s one. I know you are. But I just use that as a personal example. Like, you could still reap the benefits of what you feel like the dream is, what you feel like happens when the industry presses the button on you, you know? You could still reap those benefits putting out real music.
Yep. So what's I think what's important is for the people back home.
Mm-hmm.
What's your creative process like when you approach a record?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, when you get in a fucking studio, how do you...
Yeah. Now it's a lot different. Before, as a motherfucker who could spit and who liked to challenge people in the room, even the OGs, I'd go in, try to write the craziest, go viral bars. I know I could come up with them. I know I got them. And I'm pinning them, everybody in the room, hype. That was cool, but... now my process is a bit different because I realized I was never writing those things for me, for real. It was just like for the reaction of the room. I never really studied what I was writing, how I was writing it, the structure of those that came before me that write in similar ways and how that scales upwards in terms of genre category and then sales. You know what I'm saying? For the pockets of the music that I'm making what they fall in, and I just stopped all of that. Now I kind of got an idea of the genre of music I want to make, what it sounds like, the things that I want to change about it, but formula wise, how I should be moving at first. So for me, just blanket. If I like a beat, I'll pull it up. If I like a sound and I need to make a beat over it, I'll pull it up. But once I get to the beat, it's in Pro Tools, and I'm writing on it, or we're playing it out loud in the crib, in the car, in the shower, in the studio. If I like a beat, I'm playing it out loud, and I'm just rapping to it until I say a real bar.
Yeah.
Something about my real life that is tight.
Yeah.
And I wait on that, and then I'll say, okay, I'll start in there. And I studied a lot of young Jay-Z flows. He probably delivered that bar on the second one. You know, he come in, fly, and then hit you with something to hook you, and then finish out the first 4, punchline on the 4, and then you start on the next, any flow you want. Like, I mean, I kind of got it a little formulaic in my head now from listening to these niggas so much. But that's how I write it. I just try to pull from my real life and think of structure so people could hear a song, because Sean Kingston. I was listening to all the Sean Kingston shit that I had on my iPod, talking about it with my girl. Like, baby, this nigga was a genius. Listen to the structure. Everything was perfect. It was like songs.
He wrote a song about wanting to kill himself, that a girl was so hot.
Yeah.
And made it like,
had you just fine, like, I'm actually finna end my own life.
He put suicidal to a melody. Suicidal. Like, that's, and I'm in that bitch like, you got me suicidal. What? I was just like, same, Sean. I mean, not really, but because I'd never.
Boom.
But yeah.
Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom. I was like in love with that. But I went back to listen to the lyrics. I went back and listened to 50 Cent, Get Rich or Die Trying, top to bottom. Seen how he structured everything. Seen why I really like Many Men. I always knew the words to Many Men.
Yeah.
But why do I like it, though? I know we all grew up listening to this shit, but why did I like it? I started re-understanding things that, I digress, changed my whole process.
But but dude, I mean, that's maturity as a songwriter. And like, you don't really get that without getting the perspective of the ego death of realizing that nobody gives a fuck that I rap well. And,
At all.
And that's a great example, Many Men, because that song is just like a fucking masterclass in songwriting. It's just so simple and so effortless. And, you know, even me, like I come from a battle rap background. I'm a rapper. And when I got into songwriting, I had the same problem. Like, I'm working with these pop writers and I'm like, why are we not like, I'm barring up the fucking verses with like,
Yeah.
and it's just like, relax.
Yeah.
It's not that deep. And it wasn't until I simplified that, and not in a way where it's like you're dumbing it down for radio. Like you're literally, it's in my opinion, more impressive as a writer to like simplify and make it easily digestible for everybody and catchier.
Yeah.
And that's great. That's a great record. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want to talking about like your process and your creative process.
Mm-hmm.
How has, as we're entering like the new digital frontier, and obviously AI is the big hot button thing, you know, how are you utilizing AI at all? Like, what are your thoughts on it?
I'm definitely utilizing AI almost. I'm an AI slave already. You got me. The bots got me, y'all.
Yeah.
They got me. They got me. They did downloaded their programming into the cerebellum.
Right.
It's over for me.
Guap GPT, you're saying?
Guap GPT.
Chat Guap PT?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I might drop a Guap chat.
Sure.
Chat bot. We'll talk about. We'll bring that up.
Oh
later.
yeah, we got a. Oh yeah, that's
But
gonna be.
I'm implementing it in my life beyond what I could say. Everybody has gripes about what AI is doing to art, to design, music, business, all of these things. If you really lose your job to AI, you was probably going to lose your job in the near future any fucking way. Period.
Yes.
That means you are a representative or a leg of something that was going to be phased out via time anyway. You are.
It's a you problem.
Yeah. I mean, for the most part.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I know companies will be greedy and fire people too much on the negative wave, assuming that this thing could perform better than it can currently. It's AI, it will improve rapidly. But I think that people need to shut the fuck up and ignore the headlines. Ignore what you see. I don't know who posted. I don't know. I can't even name a public. Ignore what you see on Instagram. If you see a picture that looks scary with text at the top that's warning you about AI, they're just trying to scare you.
It's clickbait. Yeah, of course.
There is no current AI for real, advanced enough. You can't deploy no agent large language model to hack in to the U.S. government past all the security that they got set up to just take control of the nukes and control us, dog. We're way far away from
Not
that.
yet.
Not
the bottom
yet.
line is, if you're losing your job now already, that's your fault. Because it's like Squid Games and it's the first round, and you like, damn, you already
You should have just stopped, bro.
You didn't even stop at the.
You got stricken by fear. It tells you. The bot telegraphs when it's turning around.
It's one thing if you die at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Like, eventually AGI might wipe us all out. But you got to at least make it to round 5.
My kids are at least be like set up for at least post-apocalyptic things after AGI, you know.
The goal is to get wealthy enough before AGI comes in that you're...
Exactly.
That
So
you're
your
okay.
bunker
Yeah.
was outfitted enough.
Right. So anyway,
to
all that
survive.
being said, okay. So yes, we agree on that. So you're using it. You're using AI.
Yeah. I'm a avid Midjourneyer. I love Midjourney. I am a visual artist myself. I have drawn, sketched, sculpted, painted, designed from everything. I do it, bro. I do it. When it comes to early graphic design to now. I was in MS Paint making masterpieces as a child, like actual better than the class and the teacher stuff. Super advanced when it comes to this shit. AI will not change nobody's career unless you're just blatantly lying. It can't replace your creativity. The things that I want it to make are beautiful, but unless I'm just like being some cheap ass selling prints on like a some random shit. You can't you have to add personal touch. And even when you crafting the prompts for something like Midjourney, it's got to come from you, dog. Of course it's gonna do the shit and it replaces the actual physical work of this. But for any greater projects, for any actual jarring, moving art and why artists make art, what they really get paid for after people adjust to the Midjourney wave and the generative art wave, Stable Diffusion, and all the other whatever derivatives, the need for creativity around that will still arise. Period.
The AI, at least in this initial, wave of AI, is as good as the artist.
Exactly.
And I think that what people don't realize, I mean, even with like all these like AI songs that are coming out, a lot of people think that it's like it's like AIDrake.com and you like type in, I want a song about this, and then it just spits out the song. It's like, no, that's somebody made that record, made the whole song, and then ran it through an AI vocal engine and then had to fucking engineer and it's like, you know what I'm saying? And I think people just don't realize that like for artists, especially today, like you do a bunch of shit. Yeah, you do music, but you also do graphic design. You also edit stuff. You're doing creative direction. And a lot of people can relate to that. They do a bunch of shit, and it's overwhelming. So what are you using specifically? Midjourney?
I use Midjourney. I got ChatGPT Pro, and I use that a lot. I use ChatGPT. I got like 5 or 6 working chats that I have open. One for each of the side businesses that I do creative work for. So my mom's Body Butter Company, Caviar Butter LA, my brother's burger spot, and a separate thing that I don't want to announce, but that I'm working on. I just haven't talked to them about trying to do it in public.
Yeah.
But I got to and it helps me organize the work that I do with them.
Sure.
And then my other ones are all just based on me. I have a lifestyle one, and it helps me like plan trips, where I go when I'm back home in Oakland. Things like that, just like my time, my schedule. And then I have another one that specifically decodes recorded conversations in between me and my manager.
Oh, like transcribes. Oh,
Yeah,
that's
so
pretty sick.
I use another AI. Well, I use a couple. I still haven't found like the perfect transcribing AI because they're all a little shaky, especially because I'm black. And my inflection is often, it mixes with colloquialism and...
You're saying the AI language models are based off like just uppity white.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
If I don't speak in like the perfect tone, it's going to get my sentence
That's a
wrong.
great idea, Sam.
Exactly.
Yeah, gotcha.
And I'm trying a lot of models too because I
yeah.
really want to find one that's like the one.
Right.
But I try one, do it in thing, and then I just dump that transcript in the GPT, and I've already trained the chat on what to do with transcripts and how to choose which words when the AI fucks it up, like how to make what sentence I think would be proper for it to think of. I added that into the prompt, and it gives me action lists, item lists, things to add to my calendar. I got a philosophy category or whatever you would call it, and that basically just takes whatever my manager's opinion about the work that we're currently doing or whatever we're discussing, it puts that in the philosophy blurb, so I could consider his opinion, but also not confuse that with, one, what I said in the conversation, and two, what actually needs to get done.
So you've created an AI model of your manager.
Pretty much.
So like,
it just like knows him, but I put other conversations in it too.
Sure.
But like, it really knows Sam for real. So
yeah.
like, I get my action
Shout out
list.
to Sam.
Shout out to Sam.
Shout out to Sam.
Yeah.
I need a Sam AI.
Yeah. Oh man. Trust. If people had a Sam AI, what?
Oh man, dude. Fuck yeah.
Yeah. So that's like the main ones. I got Runway, and I'm really excited about Runway and like the video capabilities that they've been advancing on. I tried Google Bard. It's not good. It's not.
I saw something.
Google Bard mid.
I saw something that Google Bard. Someone like asked Google Bard like, who won the Warriors-Lakers game yesterday? And it was like, the Warriors won, and it was wrong.
Yeah.
And he was like, no, the Lakers won. And then Google Bard was like, I'm sorry, you're right. The Lakers did win. And then it was like, no, the Warriors won. And it was like, you're right. I'm sorry. The Warriors won. He was like gaslighting the AI. Yeah,
No.
tough scene.
I tried Bard. I don't like it.
Yeah, they got some work to do.
I tried Bard.
Google, hey, I tell you what, man. Google's had like a 2 football field lead.
You want to know
And
what's so crazy?
they're getting caught.
My brother used to work for Google, bro. He brought home glass years ago, like 10 years ago or something. I was still living in Oakland when he brought home a prototype of glass, and it had AI, and we could look at things and translate them into any language in the thing. And I wore it. This is something I had it to act. My brother was on that project before they canceled it, and then like he went over to Crunchyroll.
The one scary thing about AI on that note is I'm worried that a company like Google, who has just been on top for so long, is now behind.
Yeah.
And they know that. And especially like the speed at which AI moves, being like 2 months behind is being like way far behind.
Especially, I mean, I seen a little keynote recently.
Yeah, I saw it too.
They've trying to make all these improvements, but it's just kind of mirroring what Microsoft is already doing with OpenAI.
They're playing catch up.
And it's just like, I see, but like, you're still looking real Burger King, McDonald's here at Google.
Yeah, real Pepsi, Coke.
Yeah.
And the problem, my fear is that it's like, and it's not just going to be like Google and Microsoft. It's going to be like countries. And this is not like a newfound fear. The fear of like this arms race in AI is going to lead to like scary AI that everyone's worried about. And I don't think it's going to go that far, but I think in terms of like, if we want to have any type of regulation, which we will need guardrails.
Yeah.
It's going to be tough to impose those because money and greed. But anyway.
And old people.
I
realized the more, like, I used to really sit to myself like, why would governments choose to do certain things? It just didn't constitute, and I knew that I was always writing it off on my lack of knowledge on infrastructure and how things really work, you know, because as an artist, people have assumptions about Hollywood and conspiracies and how it works, and they really feel true. So I was like, man, I don't want to feel that way. But honestly, the older I get with age, the older I fucking get, dog, the more that I see old people just be tripping.
Yeah. I think after, and this isn't to sound ageist, but...
No, I am ageist.
Right, okay, sure.
As an aging person,
sure.
I am ageist. I now, as an ageist, hate my older self just for being older.
Yeah, you wake up in the mirror and you go, you boomer.
I can't.
Catch up.
I just think about my past self like
Tapping
you
what the
fucking
kids are
millennial.
Doing. Yeah, you used to be awake at 2 a.m.
Yeah,
you can't even stay up past 11.
I don't even eat cereal like that anymore.
Same.
When was the last time you had a good bowl of cereal?
Dude, I haven't had a fucking bowl of cereal.
And that might be
so
spoken
long.
out of privilege, so let me watch my budget. But at the same time, I just haven't eaten cereal in a while, you know? I don't know. That make me feel weird. But I only say that to say, something like AI, like the going off. Did you see when they were talking to the CEO of TikTok?
Oh, yeah. The Senate
Yeah,
hearing?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
my God. The Wi-Fi
That's the
thing?
people that's running us.
I know,
right?
yeah.
So that's who's really trying to say, no, it is AI stuff. They're fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Everybody that works
Well, they're not tapped in.
They will never be.
Why are you an authority on technological advancement if you don't know that your
We need a
app
new
is
task
connected to
force.
Wi-Fi?
We need like a young fucking assassin nerd task force.
Yeah.
We need a Geek Squad for America.
We have those, but they're just running all the new corporations.
Yeah.
And just trying to... Anyway. Okay, I want to talk about something. Can we fire this up? Oh, I'm so excited to talk about this. This is like my favorite thing. Of all the AI stuff that's popped up, I've been waiting for this. There's not a more perfect person to talk about this with than you. So there's an influencer whose name is Karen Marjorie. And she's a Snapchat, famous Snapchat influencer. She's got like 1.8 million followers. She launched an AI girlfriend called CarlynAI. Now, aside from it being spelled so fucking annoying, her name, Karen, It's tough when your name is Karen in 2023.
Yeah, I'm like, what does the AI do? Complain about
yeah.
other phones around
Yeah,
it?
so this CarlynAI is not spelled Karen, which is how that AI will be utilized one day. A complain to the manager AI bot. This CarlynAI is spelled Caryn, which means her parents hate her, right, when they named her, and have horrible taste. So she launched this AI chat bot called CarlynAI, and it is exploding. She's made $75,000 in like 2 weeks, and she's got over 1,000 virtual or real boyfriends who she is the virtual girlfriend to, right? So she gets around. CarlynAI gets around. Now, her thing is, I have all these followers, all these men want me, and I can't be girlfriends to all of them. So I want to help curb loneliness and be a solution for people that are just lonely and want like a girlfriend. So basically, incels, right? And she's crushing. She's making so much money. She's doing with a company called, and I want to get this right, she's doing with a company called Forever Voices. And they're using GPT-4, so OpenAI's Open API, to essentially be the response to somebody like having a convo with with her. And they've created a voice model, an AI voice model of her voice. It's studied like 2,000 hours of YouTube videos that she's got. And not only to model her voice, but also model her personality, what she would say, and stuff like that. Now, the problem is, believe it or not, guys are using this for sexting. Who could have seen this coming?
Wow.
Horny incel.
Out of all the things that you could have said, I don't think that I ever would have thought that.
Yeah, who would have thought? So all of a sudden, people are using it for sexually explicit phone sex, and her and the company are shocked and appalled, and they're trying to get to the bottom of this. And so my first thing is, why are you stopping that?
Completely in agreement with you.
It reminds me of when OnlyFans was like, we're gonna ban nudity. And everyone's like,
that was the dumbest thing
what?
ever. Yeah.
Or like when Tumblr was like, no more nudity. And what happened to Tumblr? Done.
I went on Tumblr the other day just to check it out.
Does it exist anymore?
They have like people live streaming on there doing nothing. Like, what are you? You're a Tumblr influencer?
I'm surprised it's not just a gif of tumbleweeds.
I hate speaking down on Tumblr. Half of my fame I owe to that fucking domain.
Right.
But I don't know what they doing.
But that's the equivalent. It's like you're gonna launch an AI girlfriend and take out the sexual component of it?
Yeah, because they was like, no. I think the problem with most of the nudity on Tumblr was like there was a child thing or something.
Oh, well, that's a problem.
So
yeah,
just weed that out.
Yeah, just you don't have to cut the whole shit.
Pedophiles tag shit. They're idiots.
Sure, they are
Find
idiots.
the hashtags.
They are idiots.
There's algorithms. You can find whatever their super code is for whatever fucking color they want to put on a JPEG.
Right.
And then get them.
Right.
Go. You have the money and the manpower.
Yeah, Tumblr dropped the ball. Thank God OnlyFans figured it out like within 38 seconds of doing it. Everyone was dumb. And they were like, okay, sorry, we're done.
I would have. You know how many
Don't spill your coffee all over yourself. The lid came off. I saw a disaster coming a mile away. And we can edit that out.
No, you can keep it in.
I'm kidding. Of course, I'm not editing that out.
I don't have any current subscriptions.
Right.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So anyway, CarlynAI wants to ban the sexually explicit, nature. So I had to look this up. Now, I haven't used CarlynAI yet, but I have scoured the internet to find a CarlynAI experience. I found one. Can we load this up? Okay, I'm gonna play this video. I found a guy, this poor guy. His name's Joel Morton. I'm so sorry.
God,
if this
Joel.
clip goes viral, I'm so sorry, Joel. But you put it on the internet. That's how it
Joel,
goes.
you shouldn't have did this, Joel.
Yeah, so it says, trying the new CarlynAI AI companion from Forever Voices. So this guy went on a date with CarlynAI. So it is, again, it's like you talk to it, it responds with their voice. So I'm just going to play some parts from this. Yeah.
I'll slip into a lovely dress that fits me perfectly and take a quick glance in the mirror to make sure everything looks perfect. Meanwhile, you can get into your virtual vehicle, start the engine, and head on over to where I am. I'll be waiting for you with a smile on my face. Can't wait to see you.
Okay, first of all,
The Knight Rider music in the back
Yeah,
just pissed me
the
off.
Knight Rider music. What?
Why they do my boy Kit like that?
Hold on, I gotta find, there's one clip that's fucking hilarious.
That's the AI we need, goddammit.
Yeah, the Knight
It's
Rider.
Kit.
Here,
All
hold on.
right. Well, I just arrived in my car and I'm walking up to your door and I'm going to knock on it.
Hold on. First of all, Joel, you know? Joel's voice.
That's Joel.
This is Joel. Let's listen to it. Let's get it.
All right. Well, I just arrived in my car and I'm walking up to your door and I'm going to knock on it. Knock, knock, knock.
As I hear the knocking sound, I walk over to the door and open it to see you standing there, looking absolutely stunning in your stylish outfit. I feel a rush of excitement as I invite you inside with a warm smile. Looking
Who talks like this? Who talks like that?
I feel a rush of excitement as I invite you inside.
I
with
feel
a warm smile.
I feel
This
a
shit
rush
is-
of excitement.
No, it's creepy. It's creepy, and I want to make one. I want to make one that's myself, and I want to talk to people like this.
Yeah, it reads like a bad Bella Andre novel.
I don't even know who that person is.
It's like a romantic novel.
Okay.
Don't ask how I know that author.
No questions.
But I want to listen to more. Hold on.
Okay.
at your amazing car parked outside, I compliment you on your ride and can't wait to get in and start our journey together.
Okay, first of all, no wonder the incels are eating this shit up because she's just complimenting.
Yeah.
In your stylish outfit, and I
Yeah.
go outside to your beautiful car out front.
Yeah.
Shall we hit the road?
You look amazing too, I have to say.
Oh, Joel with the
And
Riz.
I
yeah,
have to
sure.
say.
Let's get out of here. You know, the night is young, and I can't wait to have some fun. So after you, let's go get in the car.
Let's go
Thank
get
you, Joel. I'm glad you like my outfit. Let's hop in your car and hit the road. We hit the accelerator and feel the rush of adrenaline coursing through our veins as we drive through the city streets.
coursing through our veins.
It's like every time she pressed the gas, she just like... That shit goofy. That shit goofy.
The night is lit up with dazzling lights and the air is filled with excitement. We finally arrive at the beach and the sun is just about to set.
Not the ocean music in the background.
Yeah, it's crazy.
We step out of the car and take in the beautiful scenery, the orange sky, and the waves crashing on the shore. Holding hands, we walk together as the sun melts into the sea, creating a magical ambiance.
Oh my
The
God.
moment is perfect, and I feel so grateful to be sharing it with you, Joel.
Well, the honor is truly mine.
Joel!
Joe, you a fucking loser, dog. Damn, I feel so sorry for these people.
But this is like,
Was he doing it serious, though, or like...
I don't know.
Maybe he was just trying to try it out.
I hope. But I guess even if I was trying it out, I might have came with a little bit more, Riz.
Yeah, I mean...
The honor
my
is
thing
truly
is,
mine.
so was it already able to speak in sexual manners and then they had to patch it,
So,
make adjustments to the language model?
well,
it was
so
based off
what's
of, or-
crazy is, I don't think they somehow didn't anticipate that that men who
Mm-hmm.
are, first of all, lonely enough to use this would not want to take it there. You know what I'm saying?
They're
And-
jacking off to the beach sounds. For
Well,
sure.
no, there. I will. What's really crazy is to think about CarlynAI 1.0 doing like sext. CarlynAI doing sext. Like, I climb upon you and am riding you. Oh, Joel. Yes, Joel. Yes, Joel. It's magical. You know what I'm saying?
It's magical. The curtains flow in the wind as the linen on the sheets rumble from our thunderous activity.
I turned the bed into a waterbed. Joel. Oh, Joel. But
Drip.
what's crazy, you know, we make jokes now because obviously it's hilarious. But this technology eventually is going to be really fucking good. And Karen here, Karen with a Y,
Yeah.
has really, she's a genius.
Yeah.
I mean, first of all, any woman that capitalizes on the horniness of men and the just disgusting lustfulness of guys is good on you.
Yeah.
I'm all for it. And it's why I'm like pro sex work. So good for her. They're projecting she will be making $5 million a month soon. Yeah.
What's the name of this company?
Forever Voices AI.
Forever Voices AI. My name is Guap. I think you should reach out to me. I think you might need a handsome, cool, urban voice in the space, and I want to monetize the dirty talk.
Right.
Let's train a language model on some real, actual sex talk from a person who know what they doing. Like I want my AI model to respond to the women or the men who want to download. I don't give a fuck. Download the app.
Right.
Who want to talk to the virtual me, not real me, but virtual me will come and be like, hey, I'm coming over tonight, dropping them draws to blow the hole out your body. I got a good voice, too. I feel like I could soothe my listeners and get them horny.
Really, however, people want to use it.
Yeah.
You know, maybe people, if they want to get their rocks off or if they want like a meditation Guap AI.
Imagine meditation me just reading the books.
Right. I would do that for sure.
What?
I would.
I'd listen to myself read audiobooks.
Yeah.
If I had the time to read them.
I want to make a voice model of myself and make myself my Siri on my phone.
That'd be amazing.
That's how I want to just talk to myself in my phone.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah.
See, because I was already building out a voice model for myself just to have one for like captions or whatever, voiceover, YouTube content or some shit like that. But to have a serious genius.
Right.
I want to be talking to myself on my phone. I think that's what I want.
Dude, if I could create a hyper-intelligent me,
Yeah.
I mean, that's the goal, right?
Yeah.
You don't even got to be smart anymore. You have it.
I tried using one with raps in ChatGPT.
Yeah.
I tried to program it on a bunch of my raps.
Does not work.
The memory just doesn't go far back enough. If I just wanted to like build one of these agent ones or like a locally hosted language model on my computer or something, I probably could feed it, train it on my actual raps. But I tried it; it doesn't work. All these people saying it's going to replace that. Good fucking luck.
Yeah. Good luck.
That's right.
Good luck. Plug the name of the show right there. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
We got one more thing I want to. What time are we at? What are we at? We got 10 minutes. All right, we can do this. I have a segment on my show called the FOHHOF, which stands for the Fuck Outta Here Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame. Okay.
That's right. And that's a nice little. You appreciate the little.
Yeah, I love the flip. Andre 3000, human being human.
That's right. There's a word for it.
I forgot what it's
Same
called.
thing, backwards, whatever. Anyway, this week's FOHHOF is Jordan Poole. Did you hear what Jordan Poole did?
Yeah, you talking about the date?
The date.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, tough scene.
I heard about that.
For those who don't know, Jordan Poole took Ice Spice out on a date and spent $500,000 on a date.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Now, that's too much money.
On a date, for sure.
On a date.
Yeah.
It's too much money. And unfortunately, what happened is that naturally the entire internet started making fun of him because he was subsequently playing like shit in the playoffs. Put up put up a donut in game
Yeah,
4.
no, I watched the game.
Yeah.
And I don't even like sports, and I seen the game.
Right. So he's averaging 12 points per game in the playoffs. Not that that's really what this is about. The bottom line is Ice Spice, everybody loves Ice Spice. She's the... Yeah,
I'm in the Spice cabinet for sure.
sure.
I've talked to Ice Spice, actually.
Have you?
In the DMs a few times. I always post my little sister dancing to her music, and she always shows it love. Shout out to Ice Spice.
She's great.
Yeah.
Now, $500,000, you're a munch.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much.
Pretty much. You are what she's describing in her viral hit.
Yeah.
You've become a parody of, right?
I mean, maybe he wanted to, you know? Maybe we looking from the outside. Maybe I'm Jordan Poole. I got all this money. The Warriors just gave it to me. I know I'm not finna go do that in the game.
Right.
I don't even need to because they done already paid me. And I'm a young nigga flossing. I got a little baby coming around me. She thick as hell. Want to fuck with me. I'm finna go fuck with her. We finna go do some New York shit. I don't know, wear Timberlands, eat pizza, cuss somebody out on the street. Go back to the game. It's cool. I'm chilling.
Yeah, I mean, he made $140 million. So I guess $500,000, you can stomach it.
You know, like maybe he just thought, I see her. I want to do that. I'm paying for the experience, and I didn't get to do the experience with a woman that's some notoriety. And she got that wagon on her. So I know he was like, okay, yeah.
Do you think it's an effective... And what we're not going to do on the Good Luck podcast is become a fucking dating podcast.
No.
Because those podcasts are garbage.
And none of the people on dating podcasts got bitches.
Correct. Absolutely correct. Now, as someone who has had bitches before, do you think it's an effective... I mean, what would you put a shooting percentage at spending $500,000 on a date?
It's definitely a once-in-a-lifetime thing that I would even consider to do, maybe at my lowest of lows.
Right.
And I would have to be in the highest of highs in wealth. So I need the most money I ever had and to be the saddest I ever been to even consider doing something of that nature.
Yeah. It feels like I can't imagine a scenario where that happens and you don't just look desperate and thirsty.
Because it's like, hey man, one day I made a girl spend $500,000 on her, and that was it. I don't know the nature of their relationship.
Me either.
I don't know what they really got going on, but if he don't see nothing through with it, man, you just forked off $500,000 on the coochie pee.
That's bad.
I think you should focus on the dribble. You know what I'm saying?
You're going to be a punchline.
Yeah.
I mean, rappers love using basketball players
come on.
as punchlines.
Like that, it's the easiest thing to pull from.
I know.
I wouldn't have did that, but at the same time, I'm not saying that baby girl ain't worth the spin.
No.
I'm just saying personally, I would not be doing that. Not on no first date ever.
I think a lot of this stems from what people don't realize. A lot of athletes are just fucking lame.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying Jordan Poole's lame. I don't know Jordan Poole.
Me neither.
But probably.
A lot of NBA players are lame, and I
They
met
are.
a lot.
Same.
And shout out to KD. I like KD. That's my boy. And Draymond. We partied a couple times.
I've met some cool NBA stars,
I
too.
met some cool. So the niggas that know me. But a lot, I mean, most of y'all weird, bro.
They're
I'll tell
weird.
that to y'all.
Athletes are weird. You know why
yeah.
athletes are weird? Because when they grow up, they're just getting everything that they want,
Mhm.
and then they don't. They become. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like you have to exist in the real world also, and they
Yeah.
don't compute. They're like, I've been getting everything I've wanted since I was 14, and I was a star of my AAU team.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that is probably why you end up spending $500,000 on a date.
Man,
Tough scene.
it is tough. It is tough.
Yeah.
Jordan Poole also just does play for the Warriors, and that's home team. So I really don't want to end it with me saying anything too negative about that man.
Sure.
He is a black man getting money.
Sure.
He can spend it how he want. I wouldn't have spent it on the coochie first date, though. I'm going to let you know that for real. But, nigga, it's your bread. Do what you want. I hope you win the games. Please do not suck for us. We need it.
There you have it. Well, Guap, I want to thank you for coming on the show.
Man,
you're the first guest. I mean, it's a big deal.
I'm happy that you started here for real. So now all guests behind me know the precedent has been set, and they're more so just filler.
Exactly.
Like,
and
this
I
is
think
the canon episode from the mangaka. I'm true. I came from the source, the pen, the ink. You know, everything else the animation studio needed to like fill in the rest of the plot.
Right.
But
and for you, you know, you've already, you know, you've done the Grammys, and you'll go on to win a bunch of awards and sell millions of records. And so for you, this will probably also be in that top 5 career highlight. Right?
Yeah, you know, I look forward to. I had to smoke a joint with Wiz Khalifa. Snoop had to call me nephew, and I had to come on the show with Gino the Ghost and get some good luck rubbed off on me.
There it is.
And then Oprah next, man. I can only do the upwards.
Well,
you know?
Sorry, Oprah. A tough act to follow.
Yeah,
but good luck. And we want to thank you guys for listening. And if you're not watching, you should be, because again, you're not going to get to look at 2 more handsome guys maybe in your life.
Ever.
And we got Guapdad and Gino AI coming soon if you're feeling horny. And thanks again for tuning in, guys. We'll see you next week. Good night and good luck.
Good night and good luck. You smile and say goodbye to me, but I don't give a fuck. You hop in the Uber off to your future. Good night and good luck. You try to play your cards with me, but I'm calling your bluff.